So you all can see the question, right?
Yes.
So we have to find out the value of z. We have to find out the value of z such that the area between 1.15 and z is 0.0730. Okay. So all of you be ready with your normal distribution table. Okay. So this is 1.15. 1.15 and z, and this is the area between 1.15 and z. That area is given as 0.0730. Okay, so how do we find out this? So that means probability that 1.15 less than z less than
Z.
Tell me.
Z less than Z.
I'm having problem again writing. Okay, probability that okay, let me use the keyboard. Probability that 1.15 less than z is equal to 0.0730. Okay, then
Probability of 0 to z minus probability of 0.
So we will find out this area as discussed earlier. Area from 0 to z minus area from 0 to 1.15 gives the area between 1.15 to z. So we'll do like that. So that means probability that 0 less than z minus probability that 0 less than z less than 1.15 is equals to 0.0730. Okay, so I think this is 0, right?
Yes, sir, 0.
So look at the distribution table and find out the area from 0 to 1.15.
3749.
1.15 0.3749. 0.3749. Okay, so just write down that. Therefore probability that 0 less than z minus 0.3749
4, 9.
is equals to 0.0730. So I'll continue. Not able to write the distance. Okay, let me try in this way. No. So what is that area between 0 to z now?
4479.
Point 4479. Right. So that I will write in the next page. Okay. So that means probability that 0 less than z will be equal to 0.4479.
4479.
Now from this you need to find out z value. So look at your distribution table 4479. Where is this?
Wheel
Near equals to 1.62, sir.
4479. You can see 4479 is exactly in between 4474 and 4484. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, because it is exactly in the middle of these two values, you have to take the average of the corresponding z values. Z value corresponding to this phase is 1.625.
25.
This is 1.62, other one is 1.63. Okay, so average of 1.62 and 1.63 is
1.625.
1.625. Okay, so that is how we'll be finding the z values. Okay, so what is the next problem? Third one. Area between minus z to z, right? So area between minus z to z is 0.9. Okay, so area between minus z to z is this much. Okay, so this is minus z, this is z, this is origin. Okay, so given that probability that minus z less than z equal to 0.9. Okay, so is it not 2 times area from 0 to z?
Yes, sir.
Because minus z and z are at equal distance on either side of 0. So because of the symmetry, I can write it as 2 times. So this is 0.9. So again, that means when I divide with 2, probability that 0 less than z is equal to 0.45. So I have to look at 0.4500. So where is it 0.4500? 45, see again, 4495 is there, 4505 is there, 4500 is not there. And also notice that is exactly in the middle of these two values. And the value corresponding to this is 1.64. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
This is 1.64 and this is 1.65. So average of these two is 1.64.
645.
So 1.645. Okay, so we need to take the average of the z values when the probability arises in middle of the two values. If the probability is nearer to the any value, you take that value. If it is 0.3908, if it is 0.3908, you take 1.22423 as a value, 1.23 as a value. Okay, so that's about second problem. Now we shall I? So these two problems are very important. Okay, if you can understand these two, how to find out the probability when z values are given, how to find out z when probability is given. If you can understand these two, I think many problems you can do it easily. Did you copy the third problem? Okay, I think I have shared these problems earlier. If not, just to quickly go through. It is given that in an examination, the mean mark is 78 and standard deviation is 10. Calculate the standard marks of the two students whose marks are 93 and 62. Okay, so you're asked to find out the standard marks. Mean and standard deviation is given. So what is given? Given that see, always better to write down the random variable first. Okay, that is a good thing to do. Okay, so let x. What is x here in the problem? It is talking about marks, no?
Mark.
Okay, so let x equal to marks of the students. Okay, marks of a student. Okay, so given that E of x is equals to mean equal to how much? 78. and standard deviation is 10. Okay, and we are asked to find out the 2 marks of the students, standard marks of the students, whose marks are 93 and 62. So given that x1 is 93 and x2 is 62.
Yes, sir, 62.
Okay, and we are asked to find out the standard marks. What is the formula to compute the standard mark? Standard mark is nothing but the standard score, no? So the standard mark of the two students are Z1. What is the formula for Z1?
X minus mu by
X1 minus mu by sigma. Am I right? In our case, what is X1? 93 minus what is mu? 78 divided by sigma 10. So what is 93 minus 78? 15. Huh?
Yes.
15 by 10 is equals to 1.5 is the standard mark. Similarly, find out Z2. Z2 is x2 minus mu by sigma. So 62 minus 78 by 10, that is minus 16 by 10, which is minus 1.6. Standard marks are standard scores. Okay, so when marks are given, okay, when scores, normal scores are given, you can find out the standard scores like this. That is the third problem. Anything else is given? Next, what is the next one? Calculate the marks if the standard marks of the two students are minus 0.6 and 1.2. Okay, so previously marks are given, we are asked to find out the standard marks. Now standard marks are given, you are asked to find out the marks. Okay, so first one, this is first one, and in the second problem, what is given? Given Z1 equal to 1.62.
Minus 5.
Minus 0.62, 1.2.
Okay, minus 0.62 and
1.2.
1.2. Okay, so this implies that
Sir, only minus 0.6.
okay, minus 0.6 and 1.2. Okay, so that means what? So Z1 equal to, so Z1 equal to, we know x1 minus mu by sigma. So Z1 is minus 0.6 is equal to x1 is we don't know, mu is 78 by sigma is 10. So from this solve for x1, and Z2 is x2 minus
72.
70.
2.
72.
Okay, and this implies that 1.2 equal to x2 minus 78 by 10. So from this, what is x2? 90. 90. Okay, so this is a problem which gives us a practice of finding standard scores when scores are given, or to find out the scores when standard scores are given. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now go through the next problem. All of you read this. I think this is not given earlier. This is a newly added problem. Just read this. Later I shall share these problems. Assume that the average lifespan of computers produced by a company is 2040 hours with standard deviation 60. Okay, so what is given? Average. Okay, average is given, standard deviation is given. Find the expected number of computers whose lifespan is more than 2150, less than 1950, more than 1920, and less than 2160 hours from a pool of 2000 computers, assuming that lifespan X is normally distributed. Okay, so this is the problem. We shall take this. So how do we define the random variable now? X equal to lifespan, right? Lifespan of a computer. Whenever mean of something is going to be the definition of the random variable. Whatever he is talking about the mean, that will be the random variable. So X will be the lifespan of a random variable. So it is a continuous time, right? So it is given that which is normally distributed, because we are asked to assume that X is normally distributed, okay? Which is normally distributed. Or we'll write in the next one. Given that X is normally distributed. Okay. X is normally distributed. Distributed random variable with distributed random variable with mean equal to how much? What is the mean of the random?
2040.
Mean equal to again writing problems. Mean equal to 2040 hours. And standard deviation. Can you tell me?
60.
60 hours.
60 hours. 60 hours. Okay. So we are asked to do several problems. So so to find out the probability, what we have to do, we have to standardize the normal random variable. Okay, we have to transform this normal random variable to standard normal random variable, and find out the standard scores corresponding to the given X values, and then use your distribution table to find out those probabilities, normal probabilities. Okay. So okay, so what was the first problem? So define. Okay, so define Z equal to X minus mu by sigma. Okay, so clearly Z is a standard normal random variable. Okay, NRV, standard normal random. That is, Z is normally distributed with the mean 0 and variance 1. Okay, so let us do one by one. What was the first problem? You're asked to expectation, you can always find out. Once you have the probability, you can find out the probability. You can multiply the probability with the total frequency, you will get the expected number. Okay, so we don't bother at present about the expected number. We shall find out the probability that more than 2150. Okay, lifespan is more than 2150 hours. Okay, so let us given to find probability that lifespan of a computer is more than 2150 hours. Okay, so assume that x equal to 2150. Then what is the standard score? Standard score. Score of x is z equal to x minus mu by sigma. Okay, so
1.83.
yes. Okay. X is here 2150 minus mu 21. Mu is how much? 2040. 2040 divided by standard deviation is 60, right? Standard
Yes,
deviation is
sir.
60. So what is the simplification? 1.83.
8483.
1.8 round off to 2 decimals. When the third decimal is more greater than or equal to 5, add one digit to second decimal. 1.8.
1.8.
1.8. Okay. Therefore, probability that x greater than 2150 is same as saying that probability that z greater than 1.83. Always draw the rough sketch. Always draw the rough sketch of the normal distribution. Okay. Something like this. Okay, to have an understanding of finding the probability. So we were asked to find out 1.83. So this is 1.83. We were asked to find out this area. Okay. Now can you tell me how to find out this area? Total right half area is from 0. Total right half area is 0.5. From that, if you can remove
0 to
a,
1.8.
okay, so this is 0.5 minus probability that 0 less than z less than 1.83. That gives the right tail area. So just find out the uh, probability under 1.83. 1.83 how much? 1.80123. 0.4664. Am I right? 0.4664. So 0.4664. So what is that value?
0.0336.
33. Can you tell me? Can you repeat?
0.0336.
3?
6,
4,
sir.
6. Okay. So this is the probability that, okay, the average lifespan of a computer is more than 2150 hours. That means about 3% or 3.5% of the chance that the lifespan is more than 2150. So we're asked to find out the expected number. Okay. So how do we find out the expected number? So therefore, expected number of computers. Expected number of computers having a lifespan more than how many? 2150 hours is equal to this probability into total x greater than 2150 into total frequency. Okay. So that means 0.03 sorry 0336 into how many computers are given? 2000 or 5000? 2000 computers are given. Okay. So 2000 multiply and tell me.
67.
67.2.
So approximately 67. Okay. Okay, approximately 67. Okay. So in a similar manner, you find out remaining probabilities. Okay. So what was the second problem? To find probability that lifespan is less than 1950. Okay. Probability less 1950. So x less than 1950. So it is same. Okay, whatever we did previously. So let x equal to 1950. This implies that z equal to x minus mu by sigma. Compute this standard score 1950 minus 2040 divided by standard deviation. Compute the standard score and find out the probability. Okay, what is that value?
minus 1.5.
Minus 1.5. Therefore, so minus 1.5 is somewhere here. Okay. So less than means left tail, greater than means right tail, right? So this is minus 1.9 minus 1.5. Okay. So we are asked to find out probability that x less than 1950 means probability that z less than minus 1.5. So how do you find out z less than minus 1.5? Right tail area is equal to left tail area because it is symmetric. So I can write it as probability that z greater than 1.5. And you know probability that z greater than 1.5 is nothing but this right tail area is nothing but
0.5 minus 0 to 1.5.
yes 0.5 minus probability that 0 less than z less than 1.5. So now look at your distribution table and find out the value at 1.5. 1.5 means 1.50, 0.4332. Okay, so I'll write 1.50. Okay, 50. That means 0.4332. So what is this value?
0.0668.
0668. So therefore expected number of computers. Please write down. Tell me. Having lifespan less than 1950 hours.
134.
130.
133.64.
133.6.
6 means you can round off to next integer. Okay, so approximately. Okay, so similarly you can do the other two. Okay, I think only one more is there. More than 1920 and less than 2160. Okay, so more than more than 1920. Sorry. One nine two zero is less than x less than 2140, no? 2160. 2160. Okay. So again, now you have to assume two scores. Let x1 equal to 1920, x2 equal to 2160. Correspondingly, you find out the z scores. Z1 equal to x1 minus mu by sigma. Z2 equal to x2 minus mu by sigma. Okay, so 1920 minus 2040 divided by 60 equal to 2160 minus 2040 divided by 60 Please find out the standard scores.
-2.
-2. -2.
Second
2, sir.
2. -2 and 2. Okay. So therefore, probability that okay. So 1920 less than x less than 2160 is same as saying that probability that -2 less than z less than 2. So this is nothing but 2 times probability that 0 less than z less than 2, 2.00. Okay. Now look at your distribution table and find out the area from 0 to 2. So this is 2 into. So what is the value? 2 and for 2, 0.4772. 0.4772. 4772. So what is the simplification?
0.9544.
0.9544. Therefore, expected number of computers.
1909.
Yes.
Computers whose lifespan is in between. Remember, for a continuous probability distribution, it doesn't matter we include the endpoints or not. Integration is not going to affect whether you include 1 point or 2 points. Okay, so is in between 1920 hours and 2160 hours is equal to, you just multiply the probability
1909.
into 2000. 1909 number of computers. Okay, so I think 0.95, almost 95% of the computers are in between this range, 1920 and 2160. Is this clear? So this is a very important problem and very good problem to understand how to find out the normal probabilities. Okay, so when scores are given, you standardize, you find the corresponding standard scores and find out the probability. Shall I proceed?
Yes.
And I think fifth one is similar. See, determine the expected number of boys whose weight is in between 65 and 70. That is first question. Greater than or equal to 72 kgs. Second question. If the weight of 800 boys follows normal distribution with mean 66 and standard deviation 5 kgs. Is it not just similar to that of fourth problem? Okay, instead of lifespan, it is given weight. Instead of 2000 computers, 800 boys are given. Okay, so mean average means mean is given, standard deviation is also given. You're asked to find out some probabilities between 65 and 70 and greater than 72. So what is your random variable? X equal to weight of a boy, right? Which is a continuous random variable. So we will assume that Z is normally distributed. So it is exactly similar to that of fourth problem. So you just take it as homework. So note down sixth problem. This is good one. Suppose that the lifespan of certain motors is normally distributed with mean 10 years and standard deviation 2 years. Okay, so this is very important for all problems in normal distribution. We should to find out the probability, we must be given mean and standard deviation. If they are not given, first of all we should be able to find out those two, then only you will be able to compute the standard scores. Okay, from standard scores only you will be able to find out the probability. So always look for these two, mean, whether mean and standard deviation are given when it is given that X is normally distributed. So they are given, fine. If the manufacturer is ready to replace only 3% of the motors that fail, if the manufacturer is ready to replace only 3% of the motors that fail, how many years of guarantee he can offer? Generally you will see on every product, okay, there is a warranty period, right? So he cannot give more number of months or more number of years as a warranty, because if it fails to meet the warranty, he has to replace the product, and that will be an additional cost to the manufacturer, right? So if he keeps on replacing the products, okay, then he will go into huge loss. So he will so manufacturers may generally put some margin, okay, I want to replace only if 3% of the motors only. If that is the case, I will be comfortable. Even if some product is failing to meet the guarantee, within 3% means I won't go into loss. Okay. So then how many years he can offer that warranty period? That is what we want to find out. Did you understand? Shall I proceed?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so tell me the definition of the random variable. How do we define?
Lifespan of motor.
Lifespan of motors, right? So write down x equal to lifespan of motors. So sixth problem. Let x equal to lifespan of motor. Lifespan of a motor. See, always write down the information that is given in the problem. Extract the information, extract the data. Okay. So what is given? Given that x is normally distributed. Normally distributed with mean. The mean. Mean is how much given?
10 years.
10.
10.
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
And standard deviation?
2
2
years.
years. 2 years.
3 years. Okay, 3 years. Okay.
2 years.
3 years only, no?
2 years.
2 years. 2 years. Okay, sorry.
2 years.
2 years. Okay. 2 years. Okay. Now write down the draw the graph. Draw the graph of the okay. Okay, have to copy this. Okay, so this is the normal curve, right? So he wants to replace, so lifespan increasing, right? Lifespan increasing. So so right. So let me consider it as mean mu equal to 10. This is not a standard. So when I write mu equal to 10 means it is not a standard normal curve. It is a normal curve only. Okay. So mean is 10 years. Okay. So he has to give certain warranty that okay. If it failing to meet the warranty period, then he has to replace the product. So like that, he want to replace only 3%. Only 3%. So what do you mean by 3%? Okay, so the manufacturer replace the product if so let x be the guarantee period. We don't know what is that x. Okay, let x be the guarantee period. Okay, so some motors performing 10 years, some motors performing 9 years, some motors performing 12 years, some motors performing 8 years. So the average lifespan of all those motors is 10 years. Okay, now among this data, okay, so he wants to give certain warranty, certain number of years as a warranty. Okay, we don't know that at present. Okay, so the manufacturer will replace the product if the lifespan of a motor is less than how many years?
Years.
Less than how many years?
10.
When he will replace? When he will replace? If the lifespan ends before the warranty period. How many years of warranty period I am telling?
10 years.
10 years.
10 is the mean.
X is the guarantee.
X is the guarantee period, no? So when the product is when the product and the motor lifespan is less than this guarantee period, then the manufacturer has to replace the product, right? So the manufacturer replace the product if the lifespan of a motor is less than how many years?
X years.
X years, which we don't know. Is that okay? Is that clear? Now he wants to replace only 3% of the motors. That means what? Okay, manufacturer wants to replace only 3% of the area. Okay, wants to replace only 3% of the motors that are failed. That I don't want. That means what? So the probability that x less than x must be 3%. 3% means what?
0.0.
3%. Okay. For him, he wants to have only 3%. Then only he will replace. Okay. So 3% means 0.03. So very less percentage here. Because up to here it is 50%. Less than 3% means it is starting from left tail. 0%, 1%, 2%, 3%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 100%. Last class I have shown you how the probability increases. Okay, so 3% is actually very less, not even this, somewhere here. So this must be x. So only this much of if your product lifespan falls in this left tail, then only you want to replace. Okay, now what is the normal probability now? So define z equal to x minus mu by sigma. Okay, this implies that what is standard score? X minus mu by sigma, sorry. small x. X is, we don't know. I think we don't require this. Okay, fine. So x minus, what is mu value? Mu is 10 by 2. Okay, so let us keep aside. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so probability that x less than x equal to 3%. That means 0.03 is same as saying that probability that z less than z equal to 0.03. Because area does not going to change. Whether it is a standard normal curve or curve, total area has to be 1. No? So it does not change this. Okay. Now I am drawing the standard normal curve. So standard normal curve is 0, mean is 0. So now this is going to be, I am just putting larger. Okay. So I am writing it as z. So I want this area to be 3%. 3%. I have written, actually I have done a bigger area. So how can I say this? Z greater than, z less than minus z. Okay. Here z is negative or positive?
Negative.
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 Z is negative. Remember. Okay. So or shall I make another assumption? Okay. So z is negative. So let us see what happens. That is same as saying that z greater than minus z. When z is negative, minus z has to be positive. Z greater than minus z has to be 0.03 because of symmetry. Because of the symmetry. Okay. So when I say this is z, this has to be minus z. Less than means left tail, greater than means right tail. Okay. So how do you find out this value? How do you find out this right tail area? Right tail area is nothing but, how do you find out this right tail area? What is the right half area? 0.5 minus 0.5 minus probability that 0 less than z less than, what is this? What is the notation I am giving? Minus z
minus
equal to 0.03. Is it okay? So that means probability that 0 less than z less than minus z is equal to 0.5 minus 0.03. How much? 0.47. This implies that minus z equal to, now find out the value of minus z having the area 0.47. Where is it? 0.47. See, 0.47 is nearer to 0.469. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So what is that corresponding value? 1.8. 1.8. 1.88. 1.88 is the value. Is that okay? So minus z value is 1.88. Okay. Remember, minus z is positive. Okay. So that means what is z value? Minus 1.88. But what is z?
x minus mu.
Z value is x minus 10 by 2. So x minus 10 by 2 equal to minus 1.88. So from this, what is the value of x? Tell me. 10 minus 2 into 1. 2.176, no? 2.76, huh?
3.76.
3.76.
3.76. So what is the difference?
6.24.
6.2.
6.24 years. Okay. So how many years of guarantee can give? so that he could replace only 3% of the products, which needs to fail the guarantee 6.24 years. Okay, so therefore manufacturer can give 6.24 years of guarantee period. Okay, manufacturer can give a guarantee period of 6.24 years. Okay, so when you change the percentage, instead of 3%, if you want to replace up to 5%, again warranty period will increase, right? So lesser the risk he wants to take, lesser the guarantee period. Larger the risk he wants to take, larger the guarantee period. Okay, so I think this is a very good problem to understand these concepts. Okay, all of you understood this problem? So some others always assume that some people always assume that Z is positive. When Z is positive, how should I write here? Because 3% is left tail. Instead of writing it as Z, if I assume it as minus Z, definitely Z is going to be positive. Okay. So some people write it as minus Z instead of Z because they think that Z is always positive. It's all depends on our assumption. Okay, it's all depends upon how you are assuming. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, so in tomorrow's class we'll continue the discussion. We have some more interesting problems to discuss. Okay, so 7 problems today I will share in WhatsApp. Okay, you just copy those problems and be ready for the tomorrow's class. So whatever is discussed today, you please practice once again. Please stay back. It may take that time.